Good morning, everyone. Technical issues here, forgive us, please, but we are here with Marti LaHood for our Thursday morning chair yoga. Definitely want to announce that we are going to go in person in July and August, the second and fourth Thursdays. We'll send out confirmation emails once we know that that will make sense with Marti's schedule, but definitely looking forward to that. And so without further ado, thank you so much. Hey, Marti.
Thanks, Jody. I appreciate you guys. Nothing like some technical difficulties to start your day, but we're here. So I'm really excited about getting to see some of your faces as we prepare to see everyone in person. I'm looking forward to it. So let's enjoy the time we have doing our practice at home. As usual, find out where you're sitting, figure out where you're sitting, and make sure you're comfortable. Like always, my hips are just too low here in my chair. If your hips are lower than your knees, you probably want to put something underneath your hips to make it a little higher. So I like to grab a couch cushion from my other couch. Okay, it's perfect. Even if you're in a chair, a desk chair, a kitchen table chair, especially if you have long legs, putting in any kind of pillow under your hips not only will benefit you to get those hips higher, but it also give you just that padding that's good too. On the flip side, make sure that you're not too high off the ground and that your hips aren't too much higher than above your knees, because that'll give you stability issues, which is not always a great one. Okay. All right, let's start off. Wiggle out that body a little bit, maybe those shoulders. Sit up tall, keep that spine long, but not rigid. Let those eyelids close. You can lean back into your chair if it feels comfortable. We're gonna take a deep breath in together, so breathe out. Full breath in. Open mouth, let it go. The skin on your forehead gets soft. Let your jaw muscles relax. Let your tongue drop away from the roof of your mouth. Just take a few moments to notice the space you take up, how your body feels, how your energy feels. Maybe start to focus into that intention for your practice today. Notice how your breath moves in and out of your body. Notice where you feel that breath's movement the most. Is it in your shoulders? Is it in your belly? Is it in your back? Let's take another clearing breath out. So breathe out. Full breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Take as many of those as you need. Feel that release every time you exhale. Let's bring both hands to that low belly, so right beneath your belly button. As you breathe in, fill that low belly as much as you can. Big puff through that belly, and then exhale, pull that low belly back into your spine. Every breath, fill that low belly. And exhale, pull it in. A few more times, fill. The more movement we get here, the better. The more we're strengthening that core, the more we're stretching out those muscles. We're waking up that digestive system. We're waking up that breath. Okay, 2 more, just like that. Good, now move those hands up to that lowest rib. You can even lean back a little bit more. Just make sure that we don't do any hunching forward. Okay, tall spine, relaxed shoulders, breathe in, feel those ribs expand outwards. Get wide. Got a few more. Let those ribs just draw naturally back in. Two more. Full breaths. Feel that expansion through your rib cage. And bring those hands just on top of your lap. Take that natural breath back in and out. Notice any changes to that space that you feel your breath move in. Start to just gently open our eyes. Nice soft gaze. Big inhale, sweep those arms out as wide as you can. Reach them all the way up. Let's start off with a big stretch. So palms come together. Flip those palms away and just nice big stretch. Wake up that body. And exhale, release. Good, hands come to your lap. We're going to take that left hand. We're going to reach all the way up. Right hand can stay on that thigh. It can come to the side of your armrest. It can come to off to the side, whatever feels right. We're just going to lift that whole left side up. Feel that whole shoulder blade lift and get higher than the right. Good. You can even reach over a little bit if it feels good. Feel a little bit of an arch through that left side. Don't forget to breathe. Good, and release. Good. Other side, same thing. Find somewhere for that left hand. Right arm reaches up, big sweep up. Good. Feel that length first, okay? Lots of length to that right side before we reach over. So no just crunching over. I want you to find that length. And then if you're going to go here, go here. Don't forget to breathe. We'll roll out those shoulders 1 at a time. Nice and slow. Really notice those spots that you're tight here, that you feel it. Maybe it's in your neck. Maybe it's in your shoulders. Maybe it's through your sides. All right, relax those shoulders down. We'll come a little bit towards the edge of our seat if we're not already there. Okay, just so we have that space. Feet are a little wider than hip distance here. Hands come to our thighs. We're going to move that belly. So I want you to pull that belly button forward as much as you can. Maybe the shoulders pull back. Maybe you look up. You don't have to. And then as we exhale, we're going to pull that belly button as far back towards the back of our seat, pulling those shoulders forward. Good. We're going back and forth. Breathe in as that belly comes forward. And exhale, breathe out. Good. Just keep on breathing. 2 more. Good, last one. Those first couple feel really stiff and rigid, and you do start to feel a little bit more space there. Good, we'll reset. Big breath in, reach out, big stretch. Remember, these always make me yawn. Always. It feels good though. Nobody's boring me, I promise. Breathe in, reach out. Last one here. Big breath in, big reach. Get tall and exhale. Good. We're going to continue to move our spine here. So again, we're kind of towards the edge of our seat a little bit. Feet are a little bit wider than hip distance. We're going to take that right hand. Back of that right hand comes into the inside of that right thigh, just like that. Okay, sit up tall first. So no rolling forward here. Okay. If you need to move that hand, maybe your hands are shorter than everyone else's, and that's fine. Just bring it in closer, okay? I don't want you to roll forward here. So tall spine, keeping that spine long. We're going to take that left arm. We're going to reach it back behind us. We can grab for the back of our seat, grab for the bottom, whatever works for the seat that we're in. We're going to breathe in, grow tall. Exhale, twist over that left shoulder. Good. You got to press that right thigh into that right hand here too, so you don't wiggle out too much. And release. Good. Same thing, other side. Left hand inside that left thigh. Back of that hand presses tight. Right hand reaches back. Grow tall, breathe in. Exhale, twist. And exhale, release. Shoulders. We'll give those shoulders, those arms a little bit of a break. We'll go into those legs. We're going to really work into those hips and those hip flexors. So we're going to bring those feet pretty close together, maybe a fist apart from them. And again, we're towards the edge of our seat, but make sure you're stable so you don't fall off. Why don't you take that right thigh and just open it up? Yeah, like you can even apply a little pressure to it. Now, if you've ever had any major hip surgeries and they've told you not to do this, not to do any outer rotations, don't do it. All right. Go ahead and bring that leg back in. And then we're just going to bring it out, back and forth. So we're giving that mobility of that hip here. We're not only stretching it out, we're getting that hip to move fluidly through that joint. Good. Now these muscles that we're using here are the muscles that are kind of in charge of keeping our hip in its place. So really good muscles for us to be strengthening here. Keeping those hips happy. All right. Bring that one in. Then we're going to go to the left. We're going to let that open out wide. Even compress it open a little bit, just so you feel maybe a tiny bit of a stretch here. Not pain though. Okay. If it's pain, then, release it a little bit. Sometimes we will get that constant like hip snapping. And a lot of times, not all the time, it is literally something we're like a ligament or a tendon that our bones are kind of like snapping by. So stretching it out can help, but sometimes irritating it is not always the best thing to do. All right, bring it in and bring it out. Good. So if you feel that pain, that little snap, and it doesn't feel that great, then maybe you should omit these or just make them smaller. You can always just make them smaller. Any bit of movement in our hip joint is good. I'll do one more. And release. Okay, I'm falling off the seat here. All right, we're gonna move it a little bit into that same muscle we just started to strengthen. We're gonna start to stretch. So we're gonna bring that left ankle on top of our right knee. Now lots of options. That right leg can be straight here, and then we can slowly bend it. Okay, this makes it a little bit easier, and then as we start to feel that flexibility, we can bend it more. Okay, no need to overdo it or be in pain here. If this is easy, and for some people it just is because they're not as tight in these muscles as the rest of us, you can even start to fold into that leg. Okay, but again, don't overdo it. These first 30 seconds here in this pose, you really do start to feel the ease of it a little bit. A lot of us get here and we will clench up because it's so much stretching, where we just need to we need to get ourselves somewhere that's not too much of a stretch, and then breathe through it and try to relax all those muscles. Okay, so don't try to overdo it here. Little baby steps. And then breathe. See if you can relax those muscles. Yeah, relax those muscles. We hold so much tension in our hips. We hold our own tension. We hold other people's tension. There's just a lot of garbage we can hold here. So it's important that we learn to stretch them out and that we learn to breathe through it and really relax our muscles. Because if you notice here, most of us are holding those muscles tight. Breathe through it. Two more breaths. And release. Go ahead, wiggle out that leg. Feels so good. Okay, and then we're gonna switch other side. Okay, but again, listen to your body. So if you need to straighten that left leg a little bit more, you can. And then same thing, try to relax those muscles. Okay, bring yourself to just the perfect stretch where you feel it, but you don't feel your body tensing up to be here. Breathe through it. Nice big breath. You can really start to feel those muscles relax on you. This side is always so tense for me. I always have to remind myself to relax these muscles. I feel like I get here and then just tense up just because it's an intense stretch for me. I'm sure others can relate. Good, and then release. Wheel it out. Ah, my legs, my hips feel so good. I hope they feel good for you too. All right, we're gonna come back into our seat, get nice and comfortable. Sit up nice and tall. Crown of your head grows all the way up to the sky. We'll breathe in, big reach, extend, big stretch. Good, and hands together in front of your heart. 2 more just like that. Use your breath. Breathe in, yawn if you have to. Sometimes it feels good. Last one here. Good. Now here we're gonna roll our shoulders, but this time we're gonna do both of them at a time. So shoulders up, exhale them down and back. Big circles. Yeah, nice and slow. You'll feel it even along your collarbone here. That's so good. One more. Perfect. All right, depending on what you're sitting on and what you have behind you, you can, if you're really tense here, it's always nice to grab even something like a sock, a scarf, a towel. I even grab a pillow because I'll just grab the pillow like this behind my back. I'll stay exactly where you're at, but I'll turn so you can see what's going on behind me. Okay, so we're gonna either grab your hands together or you're gonna grab something behind your back. Okay, long arms. You can relax your hands down well, really anywhere, down your back, on the back of your seat, whatever feels right. Okay, so we're here, tall spine, and then I want you to pull those shoulders back towards each other. Lift that chest up and forward. And breathe. Full breaths. Good. This is really good for the muscles to give us a tall posture. This is good for stretching out those pectoral muscles. So these muscles right here, a lot of times they're so tense, they'll pull everything forward. They'll make that good posture really hard for us. Sometimes this is all we need to help decompress our thoracic and our cervical spine. So pretty much between our shoulder blades up. Good, and then release. That is where I hold all of my tension. So that is such a good stretch for me. I really do feel it. It even just makes me feel taller. Okay, so sit up tall. We're gonna bring those palms out, facing forward. We're just gonna give ourselves a big hug. Perfect. Good. Now you're gonna feel this behind those shoulder blades, probably mostly that top one, whatever top arm, whatever arm's on top for you. Don't worry, we'll switch sides. Now try not to round too much forward, but naturally you are gonna have a little round here, a little roundness here. Now, if this hurts your shoulder at all, just don't do it. Okay, if you have any shoulder issues, any problems, it's not for everyone. And we're gonna remember what arm's on top, and then we're gonna open back up nice and smooth. And then give yourself a hug the opposite way. Same thing. We're just gonna hold it here. Continue to breathe. Try to relax those muscles. One more breath. and release. Shake it out a little bit. Really feel that. Good. You should probably feel pretty relaxed in your shoulders and your upper body right now. So we're going to continue giving that part of our body a little love. So we're going to give those rotator cuffs a little love. So elbows in, let them pin here, and we'll just make circles with our hands. Okay. Now, if this is too much, if you feel any pain in that rotator cuff, just make those circles smaller. Okay. If you can make them big, do it. Good. Let's reverse those circles. Such a great exercise. Not only does it stretch all of the muscles that make up our rotator cuff, but it also strengthens it too. So if you've ever had problems with that rotator cuff, you know how hard it is to heal that. And if you've never had issues, then then keep them strong so you don't have any issues. All right, elbows stay in, but we'll bring palms together, and then we're just going to open it up as wide as we can. Okay. Same thing. There's some of those muscles here. We're just stretching and strengthening. When we're holding something and bringing it together and holding it, we have a lot of strength. But when it comes to having outward force going this way, we have very little strength. So that's what we're strengthening right here, is by opening them up, squeezing them open, and then bringing them back in. Good. It's kind of like an alligator, how they have so much strength clenching down, but they don't have any strength opening back up. So same idea. So sometimes when those muscles are really weak, they can kind of set us up for, for an injury or some pain or a weak link. Good. Last one, we bring it in, and then we bring it out. Keep it wide, and then we're going to reach those arms all the way up towards the sky. And then as we exhale, we're going to pull those arms down and try to pull those elbows to meet behind our back. Good. Reach them up. And then pull them down. 2 more, just like that. Good. Last one. We'll give our upper body a break, I promise. And then release. Good. I swear I feel taller every time I spend some time on that upper body. It's just so much. I just feel relaxed. Hopefully you do too up there. All right, we'll move into the legs. We're going to take that right foot and we're going to reach it all the way forward. Heel comes down, toes point up. Keep this tall posture here. So very easy for us to kind of just roll back because it's less work. So see if you can pull that belly button in, tall spine in. You're going to use that core here, okay? All right, so right leg is straight, toes are pointing up and back a little bit of a bend in the knees so we're not hyperextending that knee, and then hands come to that left thigh. So again, rather than rolling forward, tall posture, we're just going to think of that low belly pressing into that left thigh. Good. 3. Good. You should feel this nice gentle pull in the back of that right thigh. 2 more breaths. Goes by so quick. And then release. Good. Wiggle that leg out. And we'll switch. Left leg goes forward. Toes point up. A little bend in that knee. Sit up tall. Keep that core nice and tight here. Hands to that right thigh. And then we're going to lean into it. Whew, bless me. Thank you for anyone who just said bless you. Those allergies are getting me. So again, you should feel this nice, tight little, slight little pull in the back of that left thigh. Those are our hamstrings, so important we're stretching them out. Two more breaths. Good, and release. Good, wiggle those legs out. Perfect. All right, we're gonna give those calves a little love. We're gonna strengthen those knees a little bit. So let's start off with those heels right underneath our knees. Now, if your thighs or your calves are really close to the back of your chair, on the bottom of your chair, you'll probably have to move a little bit forward here. So from here, we're going to start to slide those heels back. So slide those heels back just enough where that heel comes up off of your floor, just a sliver, like you just feel it. Okay? Perfect. That's exactly where you want to be right there. Otherwise, feet are going to be hip distance apart. We're going to sit up tall. We're going to lift those heels up. And then we're going to press those heels down. And then almost like we're pressing the crown of our head up. Okay? Feel all of these muscles around here strengthen and tighten. Okay, relax. We're strengthening those knee muscles here. We're also stretching out those calves. It's just, we're strengthening those ankles. There's so much we're doing there. So let's do it again. Toes up. Squeeze them at the top. Hopefully no Charlie horses. And then press the heels down. And then press up. Good. Release. Give it a break. You feel it even in your thighs, which again is just so great for us to be strengthening here. So great thing to be doing at home. It even helps the blood pump from our toes all the way up back through to our heart, which is important. It's good for our lymphatic system because it helps get anything we're holding back down in our toes through the rest of our body. So let's do it 2 more times, okay? Heels up, squeeze it at the top, release, press the heels down, lift up high. Hold it here as long as you can, and then release. Okay, yeah, you're feeling it. You're feeling it. You're feeling it here. I'm feeling it on the sides, down through my knees. Do it one more time. Okay, heels up. Release. Press those heels down and lift up high. And release. All right, let's wiggle those legs out. That's a lot. I feel it. I feel it. It's a great way to strengthen those legs, though. It's a great way to even strengthen the muscles that help you get up, like off the floor, out of bed, off of a couch, like off of a chair. So those are really important muscles we need to keep strong. So by doing those exercises, you're gonna make sure that you're able to get out of a chair. All right, good. Well, reset. Big breath in, reach up. And exhale. 2 more just like that. Follow your breath. And out. Last one here. Sit up nice and tall. We're just going to stretch out our neck a little bit. Listen to your neck. If this bothers your neck, don't do it. Okay, shoulders relaxed. And then we're just going to drop that right ear toward that right shoulder. You're going to feel a little length through that left side. Try to keep both shoulders relaxed. Okay. You can even massage this muscle as it's here too. Okay. We hold a lot of junk here, a lot of stress. Some of our lymph nodes are here too, so we can hold colds, illnesses, allergies, all of it in here. So it's good to kind of massage it out. Good. All right, come back up. And then we'll switch. Shoulders relaxed. First and foremost. And then again, if you want to, you can massage it. Good. And then release. Relax those shoulders down. Hands come to our thighs. Feet are at least hip distance apart. One last time, we're going to move that spine. We're going to see what kind of space we've created here. Inhale, pull that belly forward, shoulders back. And then exhale around. Good. Just follow your breath back and forth. Good. 2 more times. Hopefully you feel the space that you've created. Doesn't have to be a lot. It can be a little too. All right, shake out those arms. All right, best part about being home is our Shavasana. So our Shavasana is the end or the death of our practice. That's all it means. So it's a great opportunity to get comfortable. Only thing that you need to do is to make sure that spine is long. So you can lay down on your back. You can relax back in your seat, but you just can't be crunching that spine. So it's all about keeping those connections in our spine nice and long and relaxed. Okay, so get to wherever you want to go, wherever it is for you. I'm going to sit back. Feel support. Go ahead and close your eyes. Take a moment just to take some cleansing breath. Let those eyelids get heavy. Your face gets soft. And just again, check in with that space. Back to that intention. As we exercise our body, it's important that we exercise our mind too. Taking that moment to just think great thoughts, positive, amazing thoughts of a memory, of something in the future, a goal, whatever it is. Meditation is not always about the lack of thought. Sometimes it's more about thinking with intention. And as we think of those positive things, notice how that thought evokes an emotion that almost has a chemical reaction through our body. Actually, almost, it does. Working our brain like that is just as important as working our body. It is an exercise. It's not easy to do. Even if you start off with 10 seconds a day, you will see the benefits. It is something that you have to come to daily with an intention to do this. That chemical through our body, those good thoughts, those good feelings, It's just going to have a whole huge effect on our day-to-day. Just noticing that breath as it moves in and out of our body. Noticing any changes. Feeling a bit of gratitude for that breath. For the body that just breathes for us when we forget to. All day, 24 hours a day. It reminds us to breathe. It keeps us breathing. You can start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. If you're laying down, you can stay there. You can let those movements get bigger if it feels good. And when you're ready, let's bring those hands together in front of our heart. Tall spine, roll the shoulders down and back. Lift your chest high into your thumb knuckles. If you're laying down, do the same thing. Thank you for taking this time for yourself, this space for yourself, to just rejuvenate yourself and your energy. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. Happy Thursday. I can't tell you how excited I am to see you all in person. If you have any questions in regards to it or concerns, feel free to reach out. But otherwise, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks, Jody. So appreciate you figuring out those technical difficulties. So,
We made it.
yeah, we made it. So I'll see you guys next week.
We'll see you soon.
Okay.
Thank you.